get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that junk was crazy, y'all. I'm standing there like, man, this man got a huge spoon. My word, spoon, huge. And it's loud pack. I'm like, bro, where you get this big spoon from, bro? He was like, man, my homeboy sent it to me, man. My homeboy sent it to me, man. I was like, for real, man? He was like, yeah, look. He was like, I got 2 more on too. Look, hey, Weezy, look. Man, help me sell one on to get me and Tim some commissary, Weezy. I'm like, shh, let me see it. This word, I put that junk on the table. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, man, this junk got 8 feces in it. I said, bro, when you get a junk that got 8 feces in it, bro? He was like, 30 billion. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. I was like, man, that's wild, man. I was like, at least, I looked at it like, yo, at least you saving a day. You know what I mean? At least you saving a day. So Tim had a look of puzzleness in his face the whole time. So after I get the joints right, I bag him up the joints. I was like, let me roll the joint up. So he gave me the joint, I start rolling up. So I start rolling up, Tim done sat down. So once the feces started going around, you know what I mean? Like, everybody kind of got relaxed and like, you know, my mind wasn't thinking about nothing, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, nothing like that. But at the same time, I just was happy that, yo, like the young boy came and brought something to the table, man. Like, and then he brought something to the table for my roommate. Like, this was crazy. You know what I mean? This was a different situation right here. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for somebody looking out for me for a change. So I wasn't even tripping. I wasn't mad. So after we did that, we dipped back out in the pod. So like it kind of quieted down as far as dude stuff getting stolen. You know what I mean? But it made it look crazy in our pod because it wasn't no thieves in our pod. It was not a thief. Not one thief in our pod at this particular moment, man. Like, you know, I'm just moving in 60 building. Like, when I was just in 30 building, there wasn't nobody stealing. So when I come in a joint, like, I was assuming that it was nobody stealing in this block. But I just moved in the joint. So, like, I couldn't make speculations about nothing because I don't know all these people like this. But one thing for sure and 2 things for certain, they definitely got a thief in the pod, y'all. So, boom. So when I said it calmed down to the point where the dude whose CD got stolen, like, he chilled out. He had no more yelling, no more bark. He just he took his lick because it was either you can go cell to cell and that might not work for you because you're definitely not coming in my cell, or you can just pick somebody out and pound on them, or you can just charge it to the game, man. Like, it happens, man. It happens to the best of us, man. But the whole time though, man, like, I just felt like he didn't understand what was going down. I didn't think he really felt that his roommate did this. And the reason why I say that is because, like, after the first day and I said it calmed down, the next day he was chilling. But after he went outside wrecked and started hollering at his homeboys, like, I guess they was the ones that put the battery in his back, was like, yo, look, the only way that junk could have got missing, man, is your roommate stole it. Like, ain't nobody in y'all pod stealing. Like, your roommate had to be the one that stole it. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship him and his roommate had as far as how cool and friendly they was, man. But when he came back from outside wreck, I'm on the top 10. I can look down at they cell. They cell was right down there on the bottom tier. Man, that's all you heard. I couldn't really see. But all I heard was, man, you know where it's at. Yeah, you know where it's at. Where my CD player? Where my CD player? Dude was like, man, I ain't got your CD player. I told you I don't know where it's at. He was like, no, you know where it's at. You know where it's at. You know where it's at. So the dude just started blacking out. He started flipping his mattress before his roommate. I'm like, the CD player's not gonna still be in the room. He's just being a maniac. What is he doing? So he blacking out. He's snapping. And I'm just watching. I'm like, what is he doing? So he went for doing that. So his other homeboy was like, man, just beat him. Just F him up, man. Next thing you know, he just started snapping. Boom, 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 boom. He just started beating his roommate up. So I'm like, you can hear the noise. I can't really see it because he got his homeboys kind of blocking the door. But he in there putting in work. You can hear the jump, man. He putting in some work. And whoever's getting beat, they kind of like on some, like, just taking the beating. Like, it ain't like it was a fight. So I'm like, man, that jump crazy, man. So he in there beating his roommate down. He beating his roommate down. So he beat the dude up. So after he beat the dude up, the dude take the beat and he said, yo, get out my cell. I don't even want you in the cell no more. You a thief, bro. I know you sold my CD player because you ain't got nothing. I know you sold. I ain't do nothing but look out for you. That's all I did. I look up. I see a little kid coming out again with his coffee cup. He like, he looked to see what's going on. He went to the microwave. You know what I mean? Me and Tim was looking crazy. He turned around. Kid was like, man, what's going on in the pod, man? He had one of them dumb little young boy voices. What's going on in the pod, man? Everybody looking like, I'm looking at him like, shh, that junk crazy, man. So the dude who packed his stuff, you know what I mean? After taking that beating from his roommate, he stayed, he made sure he was compliant, man. That man packed his stuff. That man packed his stuff, man. I watched this man walk to the front door, hit the button game, and tell the lady in the intercom, get me out of here, y'all. So boom, he was out of here. He left. She popped the trunk, dipped out, disappeared. He never came back. The whole day went by. It's like afternoon time. We in the pod. Dudes are like, yo, the police in the hallway. Next thing you know, I slide the door up, say, hit the police noise. Police coming at jump. Sergeant, lieutenant, and a CO. They walk in the joint. They go straight to the dude saying, come on. He was like, what? They was like, come on. He was like, what I do? They was like, I told you, come on. He was like, they got him out in the hallway, pat him down, put the cuffs on him, you know what I mean? Everybody looking out the window. He took bro to the beam, you hear me? Bro went to the beam, man, so his roommate must have cut in the whole water, and as far as telling the people who beat him up, you know what I mean? Like, he must have went on and told him that he got beat up by his roommate. So that situation was gone. So like after that happened, like, I felt like he must have really knew his roommate stole his stuff. You know what I mean? Now, would I would have done that if that was me, y'all? I don't know. Like, if my CD player just randomly disappeared and I'm in the cell with Tim, you know what I mean? And like, I know Tim ain't got nothing. I know he rock with me, but man, but at the end of the day, man, like, come on, man. Like, if I'm you last in the cell and you trying to tell me you don't know what happened to my CD player, that me and Tim might have would have rumbled, man. Like, so I felt bro pain. Man. To have somebody steal your property, man, on the street or penitentiary is not a good feeling. And penitentiary is a way worse feeling. Because it's going to be these same 80 people that's in the block that's going to be looking at you like you ain't doing nothing. You ain't did nothing. Because people judge you off this BS, man. This is what penitentiary is, man. They judge you off what you're going to do, how you're going to do, how tough you are, what kind of decisions you're going to make. This is how people judge you. It's sad, but this is what goes down in penitentiary. That's why I be telling y'all to never come to this place, man, because it's just different, man. It's a different place to live, man. This man beat his roommate up without no proof. Like I said, if it was me, I probably would have done the same thing, y'all. So boom. So they out of here, man. That whole cell was empty. They brought 2 people in that afternoon. So it was like the thief is gone, man. Nothing else is going on. Nothing else is going on, man. We go to commissary. Now we go to commissary. Commissary be like in the morning time game. Like early morning time. You might wake up. You know what I mean? Like they out there by before breakfast. And breakfast is early. So they passing it out. It's when they come into your building, they do a building at a time. So they in every pod. They got a commissary lady working in every pod. They got the commissary in every pod so they can get the joint over with. So like it be people moving around and it be people in the cell because you're supposed to be in your cell after you get your bag. But once they pop your door to get your bag, like dudes is moving around. Dudes is collecting money. Dudes is walking. As long as they don't get too crazy, like they scaring the commissary lady, they won't stop dudes from moving around. But for the most part, dudes is moving around. Now the lady will stay right there doing the commissary, right at that main table right there. Boom, 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 boom. She calling you out. You come get your joint. You know what I mean? You move on. So that's how the commissary will be. Sometimes breakfast will be called. Like this particular time, breakfast was called. They called breakfast. So they called breakfast. Everybody go to breakfast. Some people stayed, some people went. You know what I mean? So we go to breakfast. We come back from breakfast. Like this joint like be wild. Like this joint be crazy, like magic tricks, man. So we come back from breakfast. We see the white dude that slept in the handicap cell, man. This man is in a wheelchair, for God's sakes, man. Like, real talk, this man was in a wheelchair, man. But he was one of those dudes that, like, he wasn't paralyzed. Like, he wasn't, like, have to be in a wheelchair all the time. Like, you would see him sometimes walking around, standing up, trying to. But majority of the time, like, for long distance stuff, he'll have to get in his wheelchair. So that's how he was assigned a handicap cell. So, like, his cell wasn't too far from Little Kick. You know what I mean? Because it was on the same bottom row. But he was just in a handicap in the back wall. So we come back from breakfast, everybody in the joint, everybody heard noise. The white dude at the button, white dude at the front slider. You know what I mean? So everybody coming in, I see him, you know what I mean? He's sitting in his wheelchair and he's sitting there hitting the button. So the lady come on the joint, he was like, somebody just went in my cell and stole my whole bag. Somebody stole my whole bag. She was like, somebody stole your whole bag? He was like, yeah, somebody stole my whole bag. somebody stole my whole bag. So they was like, what? So she say that, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, police come in that joint, they like, somebody stole your whole bag. He was like, yeah, I went to breakfast. My roommate pushed me to breakfast. His roommate was right there with him, this black dude. He was like, look, he pushed me to breakfast. I came back. I was one of the first people to get my bag. I came back, man, my stuff is gone. The whole bag, man. I spent freaking $80. He said, the only thing they left was the receipt. He said, I spent $82, man. They took the whole thing. So the CEO like, man, y'all still in here, man. He was like, man, lockdown, man. Everybody, man, lockdown, man. Lockdown, man. Everybody right now, lockdown, man. Lockdown. Y'all don't supposed to be out here anyway, man. Lockdown, man. So next thing you know, Sergeant come in the joint. Sergeant walk in. CEO dude telling the sergeant what happened. Sergeant was like, talk to the white dude. He was like, yo, hold, man, lock this, man, everybody. So everybody going in the cell. You know what I mean? Everybody going in their cell. It's lockdown time. You know what I mean? So now everybody behind the door. Tim get up. Tim don't get no commissary, so he just sleep through this whole joint. You know what I mean? He get up, he go to the sink, brush his teeth. He like, what's going on, Weezy? I'm like, man, somebody bag got stolen, man. Somebody whole commissary bag got stolen. He was like, what? I said, bro, somebody whole commissary bag that got stolen. He said, who? I said, the white dude in the handicap cell downstairs. He was like, he called the white dude name. I was like, yeah. He was like, for real, man? He was like, man, he don't bother nobody. I'm like, shh. I said, I thought we got the thief out the pod, man. I said, apparently, the thief still in the pod, y'all. So boom. He gotta be still in the pod, man. I know the dude that beat his roommate up. I know when he heard this news, I know he wanted to kick himself in the rear end because he beat the wrong person up. And stuff like this happens, man. Sometimes it be innocent bystanders in penitentiary, man. But at the same time, though, you gotta really be sure before you end up putting hands on people, man, rather, man. But the whole time this was going on, man, I seen little Kid, now they locking down. Now all the administration mess with Kid, kind of like they lie, he's adorable, kind of like that. My word, I see Kid come out, pushing the broom, he like, they locking the whole pod down, Kid out that joint. Yeah, boom, gang. You know what I mean? The sergeant looked right past him, sergeant like this, lock down. Kid go right by him with the joint. That's where everybody locked down. He said, now listen to me. I got an announcement to make. He said, somebody stole this man's whole commissary bag. His whole bag. I want to see receipts. Y'all want to play like this? He said, I want to see receipts. I want to see what's in your box. And you better have the receipts that can cover what you got. Because if you don't, I'm taking it since y'all want to steal. He said, either you do that or you put this man's bag right by the front door and you got 5 minutes to do it. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. He dipped out. Slide the door open up. Man, walked out. The jank closed. Everybody was just stuck with that noise like, I'm like, yo, man, we did just give the bag back, man. I was like, man, we didn't get in trouble, just get it back. Tom was like, man, they not giving that bag back. I was like, I know, bro. I'm just wishing on the star. That's worried. I was just wishing on the star. I was like, man, I know they not gonna get the bag back. But I was like, they don't, then they gonna come search. You know what I mean? I was like, thank God I'm not dirty. I don't have a jack. I don't have none of this going on. So it was like 5 minutes went by. So 5 minutes went by. Sergeant come back in the joint. He stepped back in. He said, oh, y'all in? Okay. Man, got on the walkie-talkie. I mean, I look, this word, little Kid still out there, joint cleaning up. He like, so when they come back in, 2 more police walk in. So when they see that, they was like, hey, they called Kick last name. He was like, look, step in until we finish, man. You can come out here and clean up afterwards. He was like, all right, I got you. So he went back to his cell. So they opened up the first door. You know what I mean? And I'm looking to see what they was doing. They walked in. They went to your box. What you got in the box? Open your box up. Open the box up. Dude showing them his stuff. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep your receipts. Like, this is what you have to do for situations like this. So he like, you know what I mean? So they check them. They go to the next cell. They go to the next cell. They get to the next cell. They get to the next cell. They get the Kick cell. They walk and Kick joint. They like, he told him his roommate step out. Kick step up. Like this. He stand in front of his door looking like a freaking little circus manager. He like, he's so short. He's standing there. He like, they go in this joint. Kick ain't had no food like that. You know what I mean? He ain't had no food like that. He didn't get his first check from his job. You know what I mean? He ain't get that yet. So he ain't even had nothing like that. So they was in and out they joint. I was like, but I didn't pay it no mind because I didn't know at the moment, you know what I mean? I didn't even think Kick was a suspect at this moment. But they in and out his joint. They was in the next joint. Boom. So they hit the whole pod. They hit the whole pod, man. A few dudes that was store box, a few dudes that had this going on. They took a few stuff. They took some stuff. They inconvenienced a lot of people, man. But for the most part, y'all, they didn't find that man commissary, y'all. So boom. When they was done with the top 10, you should have seen how they came down the steps. They was like this. They was like, dude was talking to us. He was like, so, where is that, man? We just gotta, they went back. They shut out the pod. So we all in the joint. People hitting the button. When we coming out for rent? What's up with rent? Next thing you know, doors pop. They let us all out. Everybody step out. Dude was like, yo. Dude from Richmond was like, yo, look, I don't know who's stealing in this joint. But when we find out you stealing, you getting up out of here, man. They just took my stuff, man. Cause y'all making it hot, man. Whoever's stealing, man, don't let me find out. So I'm sitting in the joint like, man, word, man. That's real talk, man. Like, a thief is never a good move in a block, man. Like, you can't have a thief in a block because stuff like this will happen. You know what I mean? This the freaking second incident. And the white dude in the wheelchair looking so pitiful, man. Like, he ain't got no coffee, he ain't got no soups, he ain't got no nothing. He ain't got none of the sweet items, he ain't got nothing. Man, whole bag is took it, man. That junk was crazy, man. So that was that, man. You know what I mean? We out in the pod, moving around, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, dinner's rolling around. We already went to lunch. Next thing you know, we went to lunch. Now it's dinner coming around. When dinner was coming around, dudes were like, yo, they got a BS tray over there, man. They got that. Dudes were like, yo, they got that Salisbury patty over there, man. I was like, man, I'm not going over there, man. Tim was like, man, I don't want that joint either. But I was like, bro, we about to eat a meal, bro. Like, all right, so I went and joint. So as we about to, you know what I mean, get the meal together, I was like, yo, this junk crazy. I see the dude Kick, he pop up. He came from out his little spot. He was like, hey, Weezy, y'all about to make a meal? I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, let me get in with y'all, bro. I was like, what you got, bro? I was like, cuz I can't put for 3 people right now, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, I ain't get all my soups and stuff. I was like, bro, it's real until we go back to the store. He was like, nah, I got some stuff. I was like, you got some stuff? He was like, yeah. I was like, what you got? He was like, what you need? I said, bro, look, put up what you got some meat material? Pause. He was like, yeah, what you, I'll be back. My word, he went in his cell, came back out, he came to the microwave. He had his bowl. He opened his bowl up. In his bowl, he had a tuna fish, a mackerel, and a summer sausages. I was like, he was like, he went in his pocket and pulled out the beans and rice. He was like, yeah, you can throw this in there too. I was like, how you get all this Kick? He was like, man, you know people rock with me. They know I still had some when I sold the Lala. I was like, for real? I was like, all right. You know what I mean? I could have sworn I helped him get some hygiene from that Lala he was selling. Like, that's basically what he said he wanted. He wanted hygiene because he ain't had nothing like that. So, I let it go. So I'm like, man, that junk crazy. So after a while, I'm just down there thinking. So after a while, y'all, I'm just down there thinking. I'm like, this is wild. I'm preparing this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's still talking about what happened and who's stealing and what's happening and this and this and this. I'm just still like, yo, like, what's crazy, man? Kick, man. I was like, it came across my mind. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was like, man, I wonder if is Kick doing this stealing, but if he is, how? Like, how's he pulling it off? Like, this dude got to be a magician, man. So I'm like, man, that junk wild, man. So Tim was like, man, that junk crazy. So Tim come down the joint, you know what I mean? So Tim see me making a meal. I'm like, yo, I was like, bro, let me holler at you. He was like, what? I said, man, look, you think Kick the one stealing, man? I said, cause look, bro, you know, when he moved in, I'm talking low like this, but he can hear me like, he won't think, you know what I mean? I was like, when I first moved in, wasn't nobody stealing. So I'm like, you know, since he came in, like, you know, like, it was crazy, bro. He was like, he had a look on his face. He was like, man, I don't think it's my little nigga, man. I don't think it's my little nigga, man. You know what I mean? I was like, where you get all this shit from then? He was like, he brought that to the table. I was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I'll be back. You know what I mean? He dipped off. You know what I mean? He dipped off. Next thing you know, he come back. He got Kick with him. Kick walk up. Kick got the stupid face. His face, I looked stupid. He had a dumb look. I'll never forget his face. It was a dumb look. I'm at the microwave. He walked back up. He looked at dumb. Tim like, go ahead and tell him. He was like, I was like, man, look, I done made the dough. I'm like, shh, man, go ahead, bro. I was like, look, bro, put me in the line back after you, bro. I said, man, come to the cell, man. You know what I mean? We all go back to the cell. Get up the steps, hit around the corner, shoot to my cell. They come in the cell, Kick walking the cell like this. Tim was like, go ahead, nigga, say it, nigga. You ain't gonna have us in a whole bunch of shit, nigga. He was like, I'm the one that's been stealing.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.